Big booms!
Yeah.
Boom!
Wait.
I can't believe we're here right now doing
No, but
this.
while I have you here, AJ, Rizzler, come on our show. We'd love to have you.
They're actually here right now. Come on in.
Hi, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That's Dan. And today we welcome to the studio. This is so exciting. Say hello to Meg, Milo, Malachi, Freya.
How we
looking
doing?
at the leads of
Dawn.
Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires.
Let's go.
This
true.
is so cool.
Yeah, we agree. We're very excited for this movie to be coming out.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. You got to understand something. Dan watched all 4 Zombies movies yesterday.
No way.
Thank you for
All
going
four.
through that.
All 4, about 6-7 hours I spent watching you guys yesterday.
man.
Dan
Wow.
spent a lot of time together.
What were your
I'm
thoughts?
so sorry, but also thank you so much.
It's phenomenal. Like, obviously, the show is not maybe made for me specifically, but I was like hooked. And then I got in the car this morning, put on the music. It's so good.
Oh man, thank you. I always say it's the most enjoyable DCOM to be like forced to watch as an older
Yeah.
sibling or
Yeah.
a parent.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know that means so much to me.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah,
Even though we're only in the 4th one, and you haven't seen that one yet. So
I saw the 4th
Yeah,
one.
oh my God, you saw
We saw, that's what I meant. I watched all 4
All
yesterday.
right, so what you
Oh
think?
my
How did
God.
you think 4, ranked up
Compared
to
to
the
the
others?
others?
You guys got a bigger budget.
Yes, you did. Can you tell?
Yeah, New Zealand, baby.
Well, that like there's so much to dissect here. One, it is visually stunning. Like it is, but there's like also an internal like conversation going on amongst our teams. Like, was that the first time you guys shot in New Zealand, or is it the second?
Yeah, that was the first time I had ever been to New Zealand. Who had money on second time?
I
there?
said this is the first time they were in New Zealand. Everybody's like, no, they shot 3 in New Zealand too. And I said, no, 4 only.
We shot the first 3 in Toronto, and it was kind of perfect because New Zealand is so beautiful. I don't know if y'all have been, but having the new cast members in a new location, it just felt like we were starting something new. Shouts out High School Musical.
By the way, there's a lot of like High School Musical undertones to the entire thing as just somebody who grew up in that era of Disney.
Yeah.
But it also tackles like a lot of bigger topics, like from the very beginning of this series. I mean, can you tell me, and I want to go through everybody's, like your first reaction to reading Zombies the first time, like not talking about Zombies 4. I want to go back to like whatever that first time is for you. So for the two of you, it'd be the very beginning of the series.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to Zombies 4, we definitely, now that we're producers on this one, we really wanted to bring back that old nostalgic primetime DCOM vibe. So like High School Musical, Camp Rock. So I do think that's why you see a lot of it in this one, because we're kind of going back. 100%. But first time reading the Zombies script ever when I was like 16 years old, I was just looking at it from the perspective of, look at all this fun stuff I'm going to be able to do on set. And like, there's always been, Zed gets into a lot of shenanigans. Like the first thing I shot on Zombies 2 was flailing on the roof of a bus that was driving around. And I don't know, really just spending time with Meg on Zombies 1. I feel like that was our own little world on that one.
But can you register the undertones at all or the nuances to the story? Because like there is bigger meaning to all of it.
Oh, totally.
Yeah, I think when I was younger, I mean, from like 8 years old on, I was auditioning for Disney Channel like that whole time. And I think when Zombies came around, I mean, not only did I just really want to be in a DCOM, like a DCOM and a musical, like that was my dream since I was a kid. But this movie specifically, it is very silly. It's like, zombies versus cheerleaders, but I knew right away that like the message was more so about how fear can drive you to do the wrong thing and how it separates us. And like, you need to talk to people and accept, a lot of it is acceptance and like acceptance of other people who might look different from you. And like, that's it. I was like, wow, this movie is actually really deep.
Yes.
I think it's a really amazing way like for kids to understand that message, and it's like palpable for kids because it's like zombies and werewolves and it's like fun to watch, but also it's like messages that kids need to learn, or anybody honestly, but especially
like you can
kids.
watch it at any time. It's a good reminder.
Yeah.
I feel like when you read it, you think, oh, clearly there's a great message here and I'm happy to be a part of a movie that's expressing this. But then it's not until you shoot it and it comes out where you see the impact that actually makes, and you really I will say, I feel like we've changed some lives. We've inspired people to, try out for something or to get into acting or dancing or singing or just be nicer to their sibling. I don't know. Like, it's cool to get fan mail and see, how that message comes through and affects people.
We wouldn't know we're all only children, so.
Yeah.
Literally all only children.
true.
All 4 of us.
That's crazy.
We should unpack that.
We'll get there.
Wait, yeah, we will get there. That's crazy. So, okay, you guys read Zombies 4.
Yeah.
Your reaction first time reading that script? Because obviously you audition, and I do want to get into that process too, because I want to know the similarities between the two. But you read the script for the first time. What do you think?
Well, the first time I read the script, I hadn't booked the role. It was during the audition process. They were like, hey, so there's a character called Nova, character description, this is what a Daywalker is. And then they're like, here's the script just to get a feel for the movie. And I was already a huge fan of the Zombies franchise and Meg and Milo. So when I read it, I was like just even more in love with the character and the idea of being in, the 4th installment of the franchise. And then I did a self-tape, multiple self-tapes, because I was in London, so they were like, we're going to wait to fly her out until the very end. And then I did Zoom calls, and then I came over for a chemistry read, and that's where I met Meg, Milo, and Malachi for the first time in the audition process. So that was crazy, reading a scene with you guys to audition. But my mindset was going into that chemistry read, I was like, if I don't book this, I'm going to just treat it like a meet and greet. I will have met Meg and Milo. Like, I will have had that. That would be a win. So it was a win-win situation. And then luckily I then got to film the whole movie with them.
I know. I thought about that all the time. Like, she did it. We're here.
That audition process, real quick, was any of it similar to you guys? Because when you were here last, you talked about like a part of your process was just staring into each other's eyes for minutes on end.
That one coaching session we did.
I know. There was one point where we went.
You did?
Yes.
Oh, we literally.
I'm so sorry.
We had moments where, like, with the acting, one of the acting coaches in New Zealand, we had like an exercise, one where we would just literally stare directly into each other's eyes. And then we had another one just to like practice being angry at each other right before the cauldron scene. We would smack she was like smack each other's hands.
I remember that.
And I was like trying so hard not to hit your poor hands.
I was
we
laughing.
Even booked this thing when we were auditioning. We had our final audition. They took us into a little closet and they had us scream in each other's faces.
No
and I
way.
can't believe I'm saying this, but I think their process was even tougher than the one me and Meg went through.
How so?
Because I feel like me and Meg, like, it wasn't until the last audition that we were like, are we about to be in this movie? Because we kept getting mixed and matched, and it was just so big, at least for me. I can't speak for Meg, but I was just like, I'm just really trying to learn from this process and just, be in the room with people, I guess. But I feel like, knew that they had it for a long time, and we just kept putting them
But
together.
you made us
and,
work
like,
for it. Let's be so real. You made us work for it.
Yeah, but there was so many.
2.5 months to be exact.
Yeah, no.
When they-
ours was like half a year almost.
Yeah,
we were
that's
going
fair.
crazy.
Yeah.
But you guys were like really locked in for those 2 months.
When they did their scene together, like for the first time, I definitely maybe started crying because Milo and I had been through so much together, and it felt so nostalgic, and it felt like I was watching Milo and I audition for Zombies 1. Like there's so many moments while filming that it felt like we, and Chandler and Kylie included, like the 4 of us were just watching our younger selves like be in rehearsal for the first time and like even past the audition process, and it was so bizarre, but like the best feeling ever, and it was very positively emotional. But yeah,
I remember that day
wild.
being in the room with you guys, because we were like knew each other in the Disney world for such a long time, like since I was 8, 9 years old. And so it was kind of like coming in. I remember I walked in the room and dapped Milo up, and then I got a text. I got a text right after I left, and Milo was like, bro, like, I don't know if I was supposed to dap you up or not. Like,
it was my first time being a producer.
I've never been on the other side of this.
Dap up like an actor that's coming in to do an audition. I thought they would get mad at me, but it's
he
all
was
good.
picking favorites. Let's be real.
But it's not like taking a test. It's not like there's anybody. It's just like we all want everybody to do their best, and I realized that. Sometimes it's really awkward coming in as an actor, doing an audition. So I thought the best thing that me and Meg did in that process was just like talking to people as they came in, really opened up. Like I worked with a lot of people outside of that room because
You guys helped cast them.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Wow.
I know, it's crazy.
Do you go into that process knowing that you're like looking for somebody to pass the baton to?
Yeah, I think that's what made it really
difficult.
I mean, I want to say tricky, but then we met them and it was like such a relief, honestly.
Yeah.
Because
but everybody was so talented. I also think it was like as an actor being like, oh, everyone is so talented and everyone deserved to be there for a reason.
Yeah.
It's just like certain people just match whatever the vibe is. Like when it's right, it's just like that's it. But it's not because anyone else is better or not. It's just like it
made me feel much better as an actor being on this side of the process watching, because there's something in you when you're an actor going to do an audition that you don't book and you're like, they hated me. Like they were making fun of me right after I left the room. And that's so not the case. Everybody in that room was very seriously considered for the roles. We're all amazing. But yeah, it's kind of like a puzzle that you're putting together. And we had a lot of great minds in that room figuring it out.
Hello, beautiful human. Happy summer and happy Prime Day to you. If you listen to music, which you should, if you're watching the Zachsang show, you can get 4 months free of Amazon Music Unlimited right now if you're a Prime member. 3 months free if you're not. That's a pretty cool deal. Try it out, scan the code, or go to tryamazon.com/Zach to listen to over 100 million songs, listen to a huge catalog of like ad-free podcasts, the top ad-free podcasts, plus audiobooks from Audible, all in one place, waiting for you right now for free. Try it out. Okay, back to the zombies forecast. So Malachai.
Yes, sir.
Your first reaction to reading the script?
Oh my gosh.
Or first, just introduction to
I
it
fell
all?
in love with it really, really quickly. I loved the idea, the Romeo and Juliet type of relationship that Victor and Nova had. And honestly, first seeing that audition come through, I had seen this franchise grow in the Disney world for so long, just while I was doing Stuck in the Middle. And as it was just like, literally, I watched it go from like this idea just to like being this monstrously, insanely big franchise that was so cool. So I was really grateful to be a part of it. And just to be able to create with such creative people like Meg and Milo. And then you go in the room, you just start doing your thing, and got the opportunity to do it in New Zealand. So yeah, I was stoked.
Yeah.
Like, can we talk about the movie? How do we get up? Like, how do we end up here? Like, how do we end up with a bunch of like vampires?
Oh, that's a great question.
Wow.
You want to tell us?
I don't know. No clue.
I mean, we always get some new creatures or species in all the movies, but we're leaving Seabrook now. So we wanted to, this isn't like taking place in the place that we know anymore. We're now going out into the world. And that's when we run into these
hooligans.
Yeah, for real. But
I know they just pop in our world.
Tell us about what the vampires and the Daywalkers are bringing to this movie.
Shoot.
Give me a rundown of characters too.
Yeah.
Educate
a little
us.
character rundown. My character, his name is Victor, and he's a vampire. He harnesses the sun, the powers of the wind. He does not harness the sun at all. No. But no, the vampires and Daywalkers relationship is really wild because they've been taught to hate each other their entire lives. But in the back of my character Victor's mind, there's this longing for something new and to experience anything else but the normal. And he just feels like he needs to flip the script a little bit, and experience any of the outside world other than what he's known his entire life. And then once he runs into Nova, he kind of cracks his shell a little bit, and then the rest was history. The rest was history.
And you're a Daywalker.
Yeah, and Nova, so she's a Daywalker. She can harness the power of the sun. She lives in Sunnyside in like perpetual day. And Nova's character, she is next in line to be a leader. Her dad is Commander Bright, who's the leader of the Daywalkers. And I guess her whole thing is that she's always been taught the correct way to lead. She has, very high expectations set on her by her dad. And she is kind of going through a whole confliction of whether to lead the way she wants to lead and maybe upset a couple people, her whole town, or to lead the way her dad wants her to lead and potentially put the whole Daywalkers in danger. So she kind of has a bit of a confliction, but I think Zed, Addison, and Victor all kind of give her the push that she needs to really inspire her to believe in herself enough to do it.
Help each other.
We help each other help each other.
We help each other help each other.
Yeah.
100%.
And Addison is an alien.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Yes,
Officially.
she is. A quarter alien.
Yeah.
That's right.
Took her long enough to find it out.
Yeah.
I
Was she
know.
a werewolf? She had a whole...
Yeah, she has a lot of an
no
identity
wonder
crisis.
you have an identity crisis.
Yeah, so in Zombies 4, I can assure you she doesn't have any identity crisis. Been there, done that a lot of times. But in this one, she is a quarter alien and she's happy about it.
She's found her place.
She's found her place.
She found where she belonged.
And you're a zombie.
I am a zombie. I'm Zed. I'm a zombie. Been a zombie since day one. I love being a zombie. It's great. No complaints. I love it. I mean, I've been a zombie this whole franchise. I love it. I like that they got swaggy clothes. They make something out of nothing. He's still really funny in this one, although this guy really comes in with the humor. But yeah, I'm grateful to be a zombie.
We stand with zombies.
By the way, there's also werewolves. There's like rumors of mermaids appearing soon.
I know there's so much stuff going on.
There's many.
Like, believe me, it's worth it to take the deep dive into this franchise.
Yeah,
I know
really
sounds
is.
a lot, but
we did a little thing earlier today where we were like rewatching through some of the moments, and we realized like saw things in the movie that we had never even seen. True. And like it's just, I feel like anytime I rewatch it or anytime I watch the other movies, it's like you can always expect to learn something new. Yeah. And honestly, this franchise is so expect the unexpected.
Seriously, it's so weird. I think that's why people love it though. Is because we've made really bold choices throughout this whole thing, and the atmosphere of the movie, the mise en scène, if you will, is very it's nostalgic at this point. You know, I think people like coming back.
You also bring back a song from Zombies 3, and you tap dance to it at the end.
We do.
That's a bold choice.
Yeah.
Look,
I love
me and Meg really bonded on the fact that we were both taking tap class. This is like 8 years ago.
Nerds, that's why.
In our auditions. We were talking about tap, we were talking about musicals. And then I think we told Draco that, the choreographer on Zombies 3, and it was kind of his mission to incorporate it in Zombies 4, and I think it works really well. Personally, my singular favorite day of shooting something ever in my career.
Stunning. Like, first of all, like the routine's amazing, but also it's aesthetically beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's great.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah, the blue ocean, the green mountain. Oof. I'm blue, he's green.
We're one with the land.
Yeah, it works out so beautifully. I feel like since Someday, in the first one, there hasn't been like a really beautiful, quiet, intimate moment between Zed and Addison. Like there's a couple scenes in Zombies 4 actually where I feel like you get that, but not like a song. And so I think that's why it's so special too.
It was such a beautiful day also there. Like no real color grading CGI in that scene. It was just that beautiful.
I feel like we've said it over and over and over again, is that like New Zealand is its own character in this movie.
For
real.
And it's such a main character, more of a main character than any of us sitting down here in New Zealand.
Yeah,
for real.
New Zealand owns the movie at this point.
We got to bring that back. New Zealand is the main character.
Is the main character.
Wait, but genuinely, the theme of that song that you're dancing to at the end, like it's very much like marriage and commitment to being with each other forever.
I like that.
I think that's what it is.
Depending on when we've sung it in the franchise, either Zombies 3 or 4, it means something different. Because at that point, we're like, wow, life is crazy. And let's convince ourselves
like,
that we're going to
fine?
get through this, right?
And it's like,
but in this one, it's
we're
like,
going to be fine.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. But I like that observation. I agree. I think that's what makes the song so beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like people have been saying like, oh, like we wish there was like a wedding or something like that. I was like, I think that song's damn well near a wedding.
Yeah, we're just wait for the other
that was our
movies.
vows for real.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. Like, is it a continuation of the series, or like, I mean, obviously it will continue with the two of you, but like, is there I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like their story is just starting.
Totally.
So, yeah, I mean, I feel like we haven't even scratched the surface of like what they're going to get into. I feel like this whole movie is us passing the torch to them. So I have no idea where it's going to go, but we actually have no idea. We're not even lying. But
no, but we'll figure it out. Look, the first step to making more movies is that the world loves it, which I have no doubt they will, but we're just enjoying it one movie at a time, and it's definitely easy to get caught up in where we're going, but I really feel like the first 3 were like a trilogy, and then this is like the start of a new trilogy. You know?
There's a lot of story left to be told.
Yeah.
A lot. I'm excited for what's to come.
It was a big cliffhanger at the end.
Oh my
Yeah.
I mean,
Seriously.
I wish everybody asked like, oh, what do you expect? I wish we knew. Like I really genuinely wish we knew what anything about what, but like, I mean, a water tornado can mean a lot of things. So.
I said this the other day,
Goldfish
but like,
in our next.
I feel like they just throw something crazy at the end of every movie, and then they just figure it out if we're making another
for
one.
real.
We filmed like 5 different endings. It was one day they set up a thing in the parking lot, and we filmed like a buttload of different endings.
They don't even want us to know what's going on, but
true.
I think it did end in a good place. It
really
leaves
did.
it closed for us if that's the end of our journey, and definitely open for them to continue exploring outside of Seabrook, which I love.
I mean, what do you want? Do you think of that? Like, do you think of a life with or without this franchise?
That's
in your
a really
path?
good question. I mean, I think, naturally it's something you grow out of, but I also feel like this is something really special, and me and Meg will be a part of this franchise moving forward, at least behind the camera, no doubt. Ain't no doubt about that. I'm open-minded. I'm a very let's see what the universe brings type of person. So I'm just really happy that this is where we are with this franchise at Zombies 4 with these, newcomers to take on the torch. And then we'll see what happens.
Agreed with what he said.
Ugly.
Stand for approval.
Let's go.
Can we talk about the choreography?
Yes.
Let's talk about it. They're the ones who did all the dancing, so
Yeah.
this is a question for them, honestly.
What are you talking about? First of all, like it's like this weird combination of like theater routines and also TikTok dances.
Yeah, agreed.
Like, if you really
100%.
like what is this? Like I see a lot of this.
Dude, Draco knows what's up.
Johnson,
Yeah.
Riley Bourne,
Yeah.
and
Taya
Taya
Wild.
Wild.
Great names. Wow.
I know. They really do have like
Taya
performer
Wild.
names.
Riley Bourne.
Wild.
Draco Johnson.
Don Draco Johnson.
Don.
Riley Bourne.
Wait, I want to hear from you guys about what
Yeah.
the experience was like learning these dances because I remember how it was
Yeah.
on Zombies 1, but I want to hear from you.
Your choreography was hard.
Yeah, y'all took a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah,
more.
it
effort
was
for
so
brutal.
hard. I mean, I didn't have a lot of dance experience going into Zombies 4. So as soon as I got to the rehearsals, I was so nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I'd heard the songs, and I feel like from the songs alone, you can tell that there's some big dancing to accompany all of the numbers. But we started with Place.
I think Place
We
to Be.
started with the Place
Yeah,
to Be. That was like the first day thing, and we did the routine so many times. I think it really got in our bones. But the day that we filmed it and we realized we were going to be on the sand, it was 100 million times harder.
It's a whole different
dancing on the
beast.
sand. I can hardly
Crazy.
bring my towel to like the sunbathing spot on the beach. I like struggle just to walk on the beach.
I think someone passed out that day too. From,
Let
like,
alone
heat
choreography.
exhaustion.
Yeah.
So gnarly.
It was hard. But how did you find the choreography?
It's hard. Very, very
Yeah.
hard.
Well, you're dancing in water, aren't you?
Yeah. So like similarly to her, I had little to none dance experience before this.
That's crazy.
But we,
I know,
I
they
kind of
kill
went in
it.
with an open mind. It was just like, I'm just gonna learn. And I went in, we cooked it up, and then I remember that day of dancing by the sand dune. I fortunately was not dancing in the water, but I remember that day we got there and they were expecting it to just be like all dry sand and this crazy dune to the right of us. And then all of a sudden it had been like a little flooded because there's like a little stream of water that runs through it. And so everybody has like bags over their shoes and all the dancers are just going crazy.
But we make it work.
Yeah,
and
the
we do,
water
we do.
in
Wow.
Place to Be, the really cool water shot was literally just like off the rip. They were like,
Yeah.
there's a big water puddle from the stream. Like, let's have like 5
really?
or 6
Yeah.
dancers go and do it. And they did it full. Like, if you watch the video, because it's in slow motion, so the water's coming up, and they were literally like, like that's how they're dancing.
They did it in like 2 times
so
speed
nice.
to
They did it
make
2
it
times
look
speed, and they were like,
extra good.
so they were like, that probably looked terrible, but it looks so cool.
Yeah, it looked great.
Yeah.
Turned out wild. It was a big like step it up moment.
Yeah,
Yes,
seriously.
Moose.
Like
Shouts out Moose.
Shouts out Moose.
I
love
love
him.
Step Up.
it was fun. It was fun. But the choreo was definitely hard. They drilled us.
It was a challenge, but it was very fun.
prepared
And
me.
looking back, I'm like, yeah, I'm glad.
I feel like it prepared us
I'm
for
glad.
tour too.
But
Like
you guys
Yeah.
really
Oh, yeah.
like, maybe you didn't have any dance training before, but you guys are dancers. You have that
Yeah.
in your body,
Oh,
in
yeah.
your system.
I did
Y'all can
TikToks,
keep
that's-
the,
that's my
I had
accent.
those ones.
we see the TikTok influence in the movie.
It is really interesting because like the dance scenes are huge. Like they are massive moments in this thing, and there's not a couple. There's
A lot.
Yeah.
yeah.
It feels like 2 different things. Like for me, it's a different process waking up in the morning when we're about to go shoot a dance sequence versus shooting a scene. Like those just feel like completely different
Yeah.
jobs. You know what I mean?
Are you doing 2 on the same day ever? Or is it always separate?
Sometimes, but dancing, like the dance numbers are really well thought out, and you have to keep in mind, like something like Legends in the opening
so many
song.
people.
There was like 300 people there. It was so hot, and we have to, like, if we're gonna do this thing full out for a minute, then we have to stop for like 20 minutes so everybody can go like get water and get patted dry and stuff. So those are like behemoth days to handle.
Yeah, we did it in like sections.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, as producers, like now I'm interested. So like what's your coverage on this? Like as you're shooting, like how many times do you have to do these things to get like what you're looking for?
It depends on, we really listen to like where the camera is, because sometimes setting up a whole shot is really tough. But if we can help it, like we'll do us 4, doing our thing, and then as we're getting like patted off or something, maybe they'll run it one more time and get just like some background
So you're really
dancers.
just shooting with one camera.
We had like 2 or 3,
yeah,
and
3.
on that day we had a crane, which was super helpful. But I also we worked those dancers so hard that day. I remember they were just doing it over and over again.
I remember coming in for a little hair touch up thing at the school. Me and MK, and we
everyone's
like
just
stopped by, and I was like, hey, like how are you? And you were like, bro, I can't right now. I can't.
Yeah, it was a
It's
lot.
crazy, but it's also every day is a different vibe. I feel like doing the daywalker and vampire stuff on the beach, like those are like the core dancers, the ones that we rehearse with. And I think at that point, we're all kind of really family and we're all lifting each other up. You know, I think the energy from everybody else really rubs off. I don't know.
100%.
What do you think?
Show the world was a big one. Like just because everybody was there.
I was inside,
air conditioned.
I also had friends visiting that day, so I was like, we need to do a really good job for them, you guys.
Is that when Rainbow was there?
Yeah, Rainbow and Blake, my Australians. I flew out friends, or they flew themselves, but they came to the set to see what was going on.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Is there a standout moment or standout scene in this film that really like sticks with you guys?
Oh man, I feel like
there's a couple.
There are definitely a couple. I think that our me and Freya's duet, "Dream Come True," is a big one, just because it's it's the moment where we both finally come out of our shell after kind of staying to ourselves and not truly expressing how we felt. It's a gorgeous ballad, and just the location where we were filming, and then the crypt set was just unreal. And the choreo, it flows with the music so well. It was a special moment. I remember me and her would literally be in our room. I forget where we were staying, what it was called, but yeah, we would be in our rooms like late at night, just, hey, you wanna sing "Dream Come True"? And we would just like mess around, sing it, just me and her, and work on it. And the next day, go in and cook. But the funny thing is, though, is that it was filmed so separated. Like we did the crypt stuff one day, and then like, I think a week after we went out and finished the rest of it. But yeah, and then all the flying was a whole different beast. Yeah. This one's gonna be a social clip. I puked on the very last day of filming. They had me up spinning for 45 minutes doing all the flying. I was just spinning in circles. I remember
this actually.
On the very last day.
Yeah. Very last day. It was the first thing. They had me literally just hauling ass in circles. Sorry, pardon my French, Disney. But it was like, they had me spinning circles, and I was like, all right, like, can I come down now? And they were like, can you like thug it out just for one more? And I was like, obviously I'm going to thug it out for one more. And so I went back up. They started going, and I was like, no, bring me down. And I came down and just boom.
No, he was a trooper that day. I remember.
Yeah,
we did
and then right after that, we rotisserie chickened in the car. So like when the car flips, we were actually on a contraption where we were actually like spinning upside down with the camera. So like when the car is like flipping, it is green screen obviously, but we're actually turning like chicken on a rotisserie.
Yeah, that was definitely a memorable moment for us. But I would say like, as a Zombies fan, their duet is my most memorable moments of this movie. Yeah. But as like a Meg and Milo fan, I love doing Ain't No Doubt About It at the end of the movie. I just those love songs, those ballads, they always get me.
Also Nova's solo.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we don't talk about that song enough. That song is
really, really good. And the ending shot on the dunes when it pulls away, it looks like Star Wars.
Yeah, it really does.
Like, it's beautiful. And her voice is, I mean, come on.
Insane.
Yeah, it's so wild. I cannot wait for everyone to hear it.
I know, she's amazing. When we were in the audition room and she came in, I felt like Usher discovering Justin Bieber. I was like, she's a star.
She's a star. Yeah. So
by the way, she walked that walk.
Yeah, she hasn't been on Eurovision or anything like that.
Nothing like that.
I mean, come on.
She's never crafted a pop song in her life.
I know.
Honorable mention is the rendition of Someday that you guys do in the thing.
So emotional.
It's just like, it's such a sweet moment because it's so small, but it's so big at the same time. Like, it's such a meaningful moment. And it's obviously such a
no
iconic
like
song.
Acting necessary for that one. We just look at each other, we're like, is this Someday? We just go for it.
For real.
Crazy.
How are you feeling?
I feel great. Now when we and Kelsey were watching, we're like, is Someday not going to be in it? And like the last 10 minutes, you sneak it in for like 10, 15 seconds. We're like,
we're not going to let you down.
Yeah.
Of course.
How comfortable are you guys singing that song together at this point?
Super.
I feel like my voice has changed since I first recorded it.
Oh, same.
So like sometimes it's a strain, but when it comes to like comfortability of singing it with Meg, it's like that's our baby. That song.
I know, that's our song.
And even before it came out, we were like, I think this is the one. I think this is the thing that's gonna make this movie work.
In general, like especially with Someday, but just in general, I feel like working with Milo is just so easy at this point because it's been like almost 10 years. So
I know, we really have.
Don't even have to think about anything.
Side by side the whole ride, which
out
is
in the broad daylight.
So true. But no, we have been through a lot together, and it really worked out well because I really like Meg.
I was just gonna say that. It seems like you guys actually like really like each other.
I know.
Yes.
I'm like, we got really lucky.
We did. We really did.
Yeah. Very good team.
Yeah, us too, Freya. Us too.
Yeah, them too. But y'all
at the beginning.
y'all haven't seen it yet, but when you see it, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Their chemistry is incredible.
The chemistry is wild.
Yeah, I know.
You guys should be very proud. The movie's great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's spectacular.
We agree. And like what you said at the beginning, like it's not for
old men like myself.
I'll put your words.
Of course it is.
But it's like so enjoyable from every aspect. If you're just, if you enjoy these songs, if you enjoy a good storyline, has a great message. I mean,
the stakes are high too.
It always works.
It's a life or death situation. People exist in moral gray areas, yet it is still like woven with this fun energy.
And
That's
it's humorous.
It's
like
great.
it's so funny.
Yeah, it's good.
I love it.
I had no idea what I was getting into, genuinely.
Well,
and
we love that you're a lover of it.
I'm here for it. Kelsey loves it. Dan loves it.
Yeah, where's Bucky?
I know.
You know what's great about Bucky is like he's such a good villain. You just like hate him, but like you want more.
Trevor.
He's so funny.
We can talk about Trevor for a separate interview. Like we love him so much.
He's
incredible.
I fought for Bucky to be in this movie so hard. Like I can't even tell you how hard I fought for it. And
Who was fighting against?
I did not succeed.
Look, honestly,
I don't know.
We learned a lot as producers and why we do some things and why we don't do other things. I don't think we'll ever understand
why Bucky
Bucky's
wasn't
not in this movie.
Yeah,
we
I
love him
don't
so
understand.
much.
I know.
But I wish we had the answers.
Yeah.
The answer is that he should be here.
You should have
with
just
us.
showed up randomly to save the day.
Out of the spaceship.
In the spaceship.
I thought it would have been so funny if he dropped in to planet Earth for a second. And was like, I'm clearly in the wrong place.
I would have loved that. Oh my gosh.
Shout out Trevor. We love you.
Yeah.
Do you guys do a crash course on this thing before you start auditioning for it, or only when you get it?
Oh man, I mean,
When you say crash course,
Like,
what do you mean?
Watch every movie because you got 3 of them.
1,000,000%. As soon as I got the audition, I mean, I'd already seen all of the movies, of course, but I just had like a week before I taped where I was just only watching zombies, which is great homework to get to do, but also like understanding like the style of it and the way that things are delivered and just like really getting a feel for that before I taped was something that was so helpful because I feel like then you can play it into the world of zombies.
Yeah, I agree. It had been a minute. I literally had been since the premieres that I had seen the movies. No diss to that at all. I love the movies.
Yeah, at least he came to all of our premieres. So
but no, I did a little watch party similarly to you, Dan. I went through them just because there is a party that wants to channel the old movies into the next one, but there is also a part of you that wants to add like a little bit of spice to it and just kind of switch it up just a tiny bit. I think that with everybody's help and obviously with these two's help and working with Freya and MK and Julian and Sway, literally the entire cast, we did a pretty decent job.
Yeah.
Pretty decent
Yeah.
job.
I like it because it feels like something new, and also it's very a part of the Zombies universe, this movie.
It fits.
Yeah.
It flows. By the way, you're an interesting guy, Malachi.
Oh, interesting.
Well, he's allergic to caffeine.
Hey, look
We
at him
had
right
this
now.
conversation before.
No, if he drinks it, he goes blind.
I literally so for the
Can't
camera,
see.
I will deliver this one right down the pipe. I'm allergic to caffeine, and I will own up to it.
Let's be thankful for that.
I know.
Honestly.
I went through a
need it.
phase of drinking a lot of Red Bull, and yeah, I guess I just developed an allergy to it, and I get silent migraines. I have abnormally small optic nerves, whatever that means. And so I get little like spots in my vision where it's like, have you ever looked above something hot or looked above like a jet engine or something? How it's like that weird like that type of thing. So it's
way
like,
to describe
the
it.
heat
so
wave.
it's like it's that times like 10. So it's like it's a lot more like squiggly, and then it's that in spots. So then usually starts off with tunnel vision, and then it kind of starts to go, and then I will usually try and like rest my eyes for a little bit, take some Advil, eat some food, then I'll get like nauseous and then get a headache.
Wow.
But yeah, so
It's
no
like a
caffeine
journey.
for me.
You don't want the squigglies.
No caffeine for
That's
me
the bad
whatsoever.
side.
Yeah, just
We're
the guy like
anti-squiggles over here.
just
Out
the
of
guy
all
looking
things
for
to be
some
allergic
energy.
to caffeine, like, are we serious?
No, let's be
Mom and dad.
Let's be
Great.
grateful.
No, that's great.
Well, your parents are fascinating. Your mom was on American Idol.
Yeah. My mom was on American Idol.
Dancing with the Stars.
So true.
My
His
mom.
mom sang for me when I was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, my mom's
I danced to
a
her
boss.
singing. Let's put it like that.
Same with Chandler.
My mom is a momager. Fun fact: we actually have a podcast called Momager where we.
Hey, plug.
Oh yeah, hey, a little cheeky little plug. But no, my mom was on American Idol as a contestant, and then now works as the vocal contractor and sings in the band on American Idol and Dancing with the Stars.
Wait, that's That's very cool.
Yeah.
Boss mama.
Wait, interesting.
It's amazing.
How does that shape how you grow? I mean, it definitely shapes how you grow
I mean,
up, right?
it's definitely been a crazy thing because both my parents, my mom and dad, are both in entertainment. My dad is a tour manager and production director and does like front of house and all that type of stuff. So I grew up around entertainment and around that world, which I definitely say I'm very fortunate for because my parents understand it so well. But yeah, I've always been around it. I literally, when I was, I think, 2, I went on a little American tour with my parents where we went around some like states and cities in America.
Did you perform?
No, well, funny enough, I actually did. I did. When I was 2 years old, I got up on stage and danced to Justin Bieber, and I made $50 on an intermission.
Wow, man.
I know. I've been balling from a young age. Just
It's true.
When he started
grinding.
balling, he was young.
But yeah. Grew up in entertainment,
White
found a
Iverson.
love for it for myself. My dad asked me one day, he said, "Do you want to be a creator or a consumer?" And I said, "I want to create stuff."
Ooh, I like
So-
that.
Good question.
Ultimatum.
Yeah.
And are you haunted by your Dancing with the Stars loss? Because you came close.
We all are. I take full responsibility.
I'm not even haunted by it. I really, to be honest, I feel like getting second place worked out in my favor because I'm reminded to this day that I was robbed.
Yeah.
Same with Chandler.
Really?
So
like,
real.
I wouldn't even say that. I guess it's been long enough. But like people come up all the time now and they're just like, you killed Dancing with the Stars. And I don't think I would be getting that validation had I won.
Yeah, that's
you know?
fair.
Yeah.
That's
So
fair.
it's really
That's
nice.
true.
I feel like me and you have had like an unspoken beef because I sang Bobby Bones' song the night you won.
and we're not going to speak about it.
Oh
Okay?
my gosh.
But I will
What were
say
you
I was grateful that they like changed the voting system after that year.
Yeah.
So I'm a very political man. So like the fact that I was able to make them look at the system a little bit.
Left your mark.
That's like the best thing I could have possibly hoped for.
By the way, you said something so real there. Like if you would have won, people would have just forgotten and moved on. But
Yeah.
people remember because you were robbed
The
of
That's
something
outrage
funny.
you
is
deserved.
Chandler,
memorable.
I feel like that's how to look at Chandler's as well.
I know. I was so like, no, I wasn't even worried for Chandler. I was like, all right, she's going to avenge me. And then, yeah, same thing happened to her. I mean,
Robbed.
I don't want to say rigged because it's not rigged. I'm not saying that. But I will say, I don't know, maybe it's just bias, but Chandler like killed that thing.
I
dude.
know.
Yeah.
And we just know how amazing
There's
she is at
actually a
dancing.
video.
Like,
It's my favorite video of all time. Malachi was right behind like the judges panel, and someone was giving Chandler a critique. Come on. It was something like
It was
really
dumb.
small and stupid. It was like something whatever.
you're just
And
so beautiful, it's
literally,
distracting from the dancing.
Your face is
Malachi-
distracting me.
They said something like really minuscule and didn't make
It was
sense.
just
and
dumb.
Malachi, literally, you could see him on camera. He's like, "Boo!" It's the only boo that picks up on the mic, and you can hear it. So, and I have a video of it.
Number
Really
one
see
support
that.
system
Oh my
right
God,
here.
I was
Chandler, we love
crying
you.
laughing because it's
We
how we
always
all
fight for
felt.
you.
Man,
And
you've been a
Malachi
real
said
one
what
for
we
a long
felt.
time. Pre the introduction of this whole universe, yeah? Like there's like a whole thing that like you guys have known each other for a while.
Oh yeah, well
yeah.
I was in the audience during Dancing with the Stars the night that Malachi sang.
Were you actually?
Yeah, because I went to almost
You're
every
telling
one of
me-
Milo's shows.
Me, you,
I Dancing with the
Malachi, and Malachi's mom, and probably my mom, and probably your mom. We're all in the same
Wait, that's
room
crazy.
Yeah.
before we even knew we were all going to be in a movie together.
That's insane.
I mean, we already knew, but
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's so
That's
wild.
cool.
By the way, casually, your mom is one of the greatest, like really one of the greatest actors of our time. Like
Period.
she's done.
I
Full
agree.
stop.
I
Like,
agree. She's fantastic.
It's like it's actually nuts. Like
know.
you see a photo of your mom and you go, "Holy shit, she's actually quite possibly almost in everything."
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's so funny because
It's
like
nuts.
I mean, and also I'm gonna just say, like everyone loves my mom. My mom's great. She's a very nice person. So we'll just be out at like an event or whatever, and everyone always comes up to Cammie and they want to say what's up. She's a good vibe, and hopefully that rubbed off on me a little bit. But,
100% it did.
Hey, thanks,
But
bro.
dude,
Not
like,
you, G.
Yeah.
But
isn't
yeah.
that a big reason as to why she has worked? I mean, obviously she's incredibly talented, but like you can all say that like a big reason as to why people work is based on who they are.
You have to
Yeah.
bring some good vibes to
Yeah.
work.
You have to be nice.
That, yeah, really rubs off. And she is really great. And it's so funny because, like, when I was getting auditions when I was like 13, 14 in a rebellious stage, I have an Emmy Award winning actress in my house. And she's like, let me just help you out here. And I'm like, no, I don't need this, okay? You don't know what you're talking about. So I never really like got acting advice from my mom. And now I'll be like, if I'm going out for something, I'll be like, how would you approach this or whatever? But I always laugh at that. Like I was so stubborn as a kid and like
course,
so
yeah.
proud that I didn't even listen to her.
But now, as somebody, I mean, who's more mature and understands like what you were actually raised around and by, from a different perspective, clearly, what have you learned from her?
I feel like most of the stuff that I've learned from her about being an actor is less about the actual craft of acting and more so about the type of person you are on set. So, like on Zombies 1, because I needed a guardian on that one, she was there and she would like, you know, it'd be a long day, 12-hour day, and I'm like hot and sweaty and I want to go home, and I would like leave my clothes on the couch and she would make me hang it up every time, and I'm so happy she did. And she would just instill, you know, like be super nice to people. If you can help it, like wait in line. Sometimes they don't let you wait in line when you're shooting something because they want you to eat as an actor. But if you have the time, like do that. Always go get your own water if you can, you know what I mean? The little things. And just saying hi to people and just setting the tone. So I thank my mom for that. But she leads by example.
Vital.
Yeah.
By the way, you guys got to watch the movie. You should watch the whole thing. It's all on Disney Plus.
It's really good,
Please
too.
Please do.
There's a link below. Go, go, go.
Ooh.
Go, go, go. That rhymed.
Go, go, go. Link below. You already know.
We out this home.
We out. I know. That's
You're gonna
good.
say that.
What do you think?
Well, I know Kelsey had a question she wanted to ask.
Oh my God, Kelsey, come on in. Can we bring our very own Kelsey?
Kelsey.
in?
Kelsey.
is-
Come on,
Kelsey.
Kelsey is the biggest zombie. She's the biggest zombies fan of all time.
Really?
No
Kelsey,
way.
you should have been here the whole time.
She has the merch. She has it all.
Did you
No
watch Zombies
way.
4?
I'm a huge, it's excellent.
These
Yes.
two, am I right?
So good. So good. Sorry, I'm like a giant fan.
No, do your
actually.
thing.
What
We
merch
love
do you have?
I have a Seabrook high shirt, and then I have a
Yes.
shirt that I don't know if you guys have ever played TKO, like the Jackbox game.
Yeah, of
But you
course.
like paint a T-shirt, and then someone puts a slogan on
Of
it.
course,
And it's a
love.
drawing I
And
made
you
of
can order them.
Yeah.
Shrimpy?
So I have a drawing of Shrimpy, and
No
then it
way.
says, "Let's go to Chili's" on the bottom. Just because everyone loves Chili's.
First of all, I want you to know it means so much to us that Shrimpy's getting love because Shrimpy
Yeah.
gets a lot of love on set.
We love Shrimpy.
I
love
love
Shrimpy.
Shrimpy, my favorite character.
But
Sorry.
not a lot of love in this last movie outside of the opening. Like,
Okay, we need to tell you something, and you're gonna think this is hilarious. Meg, do you want to tell the story?
No, tell it.
Okay, I don't want to miss anything. Paul, our director, is like, he's very business, you know, he's very like, we're gonna do this and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, okay to lose things, and, you know, he's okay with curveballs and whatnot. This man was so adamant about having Shrimpy in this movie. He got like the board of Disney together because they were like, we're not gonna fly Shrimpy's costume out to New Zealand. Because why would he even be there? Because he's a mascot for Seabrook and they're not there anymore. And Paul put together like a whole presentation basically like insisting that Shrimpy is a real person. He's not a mascot. Shrimpy is a huge shrimp person and he himself is going to college. This is like the dumbest little thing.
I
but-
never
and they
knew
were all
this.
like, we're not convinced. It was like a whole board meeting,
He
and they
was
weren't convinced.
so,
He's like,
like,
we have zombies and monsters, and
He's like,
like
why can't
all
we have
these.
Shrimpy?
Why can't Shrimpy be a real person too? Yeah, he like his original ideas. He wanted Ely, the eel from the rival school. And Shrimpy to be like at a campsite, like
Beefing?
no, they're like on their own road trip.
Oh, like they're doing their thing.
So they were like a whole part of the car crash. And Disney was like, no.
Oh my god!
They were like
He
on their own
loves
vacation.
Shrimpy. We actually got
Ely,
merch.
bro.
We bought merch at the end of the shoot that is just it's like a cute little simplistic image of our director Paul with Shrimpy. And we all have those hoodies
In
now.
Legends of the Making, he did so many takes of just Shrimpy, and he'd be like, "Yeah, Shrimpy!" Like, on the mic.
Dude,
And
he's a
I
very
had a whole
like
choreographed dance with Shrimpy.
Really? He's a really straightforward dude, Paul. You know, he's like always about like let's get this shot done, let's move
Didn't
on.
make the cut.
But when it's Shrimpy, that guy is like I've never seen him so excited.
So in Zombies 4, he makes like Shrimpy makes a little noise for, like the first time ever. Like it's so subtle, but like when it passes Shrimpy, it's like a Shrimpy. When it's like passing, he goes like, and he's like really weird.
Did Paul put that in there?
So I don't know who Shrimpy is or what he stands for, but he's weird.
Oh my god!
So
And then
funny.
also, okay, last Shrimpy thing. I swear to God. But on Zombies 3, we went to the rap party, and there was just a guy there that none of us recognized, and we were like, dude, do we like kick this guy out or whatever? And we were like, okay, somebody's got to go ask him who he is because nobody recognized him. And it was Shrimpy the whole time. And we never knew that that's the guy that was under Shrimpy. It was the funniest thing. Okay, I'm done talking about Shrimpy.
It was really funny.
Did you have any questions?
Shrimpy and I's duet made it.
So
Our duet never made it.
We'll get there.
You know what? Like perfect transition because I'm
Shrimpy?
because I'm a really big believer that like zombies is true camp, and that's like
it is camp,
like textbook camp because like down to like the over exaggerated color palette and like the way that like the ACs walk in and out of the room is all like very exaggerated. And I just thought like, how did Paul kind of direct you guys to go in that route for like a Disney movie?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like all the characters are like very like, because it's for kids as well. I feel like they're very like exaggerated versions of what they're trying to portray. Like Addison is like just trying to show kids how to be accepting and positive, but because of that, she's like overly positive and overly like optimistic. And I think and then Bucky is like super evil, like to a point where it's like, what? And he's hilarious doing it, but it's just trying to show, I feel like, you know, it's like camp of it all. It's just like everything's over exaggerated to really show the point. So I think honestly, a lot of he's done like literally every Disney movie ever. Cheetah Girls 3, Luck of the Irish, he did Jump In.
Icon.
Camp Rock 2, yeah.
Camp Rock 2.
Let It Shine.
Let It Shine.
Wow.
So he did so many, and I think he just knows the formula so well and can just really direct us.
I also think like on Zombies 1, it like you said, it's so like over the top, it's so big. It would have been weird for us to not be doing that. Like we have to fit the vibe, and I honestly think Trevor was such a huge part of that too. Like playing Bucky, the guy that did that, he was just so unapologetically himself when he did it. My mom was laughing when he did it. Like he just hits everybody. And I think that we kind of all, when we got there, just felt that that was the vibe, and it has continued throughout all the movies. But Zombies 4, it's strong in that way as well. I wish we had Shrimpy and Ely having their own road trip. But yeah. Ely.
Any other questions?
Just last one, because I know you guys executive produced, and I like obviously follow you guys on Instagram and all of that, and I saw that you guys did like little wrapped gifts and like a little wrap party. Like, was that important to you guys, and like why?
Yeah, it was really important. Actually, not another Shrimpy
story.
The flyers for the wrap party was actually Shrimpy's birthday. And it was a picture of Shrimpy because like technically we're not allowed to have like an official wrap party.
Right.
So we had like an intimate get together. Candace party.
Yeah.
Anyways. But yeah, so it was Shrimpy's birthday, and it was just like the all the cast and the dancers. We just like went to a restaurant afterwards, and it was really fun. I feel like it's really important to celebrate everything that we shared.
It also was a first for a lot of the people in New Zealand, and they were so excited to be a part of it. And you need a like moment to reflect and be proud of yourself, because when you're doing it, shooting the movie, it's very go, go, go. But yeah, and we like, we keep in touch. It's weird because we're on the other side of the planet right now, but I think, having it there, it was important. It always is. I've tried to steal stuff from set when they're okay with it, because I love having like little mementos and whatnot, but you got to live that with the team that you did it with.
Do you have a jersey? A football jersey?
I have a vest from one of the movies. I could get one of those. They sell those now. You can get that as a costume.
Mountain College merch, like hoodies and like Mountain College football, because I'm a football girlfriend. What about you guys? Did you guys take anything?
No.
Wags.
Who did?
I have a lot of stuff.
They were like, we can trust Freya with it. We can't trust Malachi not to lose it in case we do a Zombies 5.
Yeah.
But like, it was really, like, I would say something on set. Like, I remember when we did like the Daywalker bunk scene. We were in there and I was like, wow, I just love these bunks. And then I had like a sleeping bag from there, like in my trailer the next day. I was like, I can't fit this in my suitcase. But then they shipped it filled with loads of other stuff. So I have the sketchbook that Victor does of Nova.
My sketchbook. How does that make any
Because
sense?
everyone loves Freya on set.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
And then
let's
I
just go
have
give her all the
draft
stuff.
sketches as well, because I have I said 40 sketches that they did. I have loads of my cuffs. I don't think I was meant to take them, but I have them. Oh, and I have loads of blood fruits.
Oh, nice.
I'm jealous
cool.
of that.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff. Like, because I thought, and Malachi said that this wasn't the case, but on the last day, I'm kind of outing myself, but when it was the rain scene was like one of the last days and there were buckets full of blood fruits. So I thought everyone was stuffing their trousers with them.
Oh my God. You did just out yourself. I had no idea.
Apparently not everyone else was doing that. It can't have just been me, but I think that was what we were doing. So I must have like, I think 4 or 5.
Well, we were literally in an interview and she was like, and Freya was like, yeah, me and Malachi were just in the cauldron, just stuffing our pants full of blood fruit, and I was like, I don't have a single blood fruit in my room whatsoever. I have 0.
Oh, that's good.
I didn't realize it wasn't a thing everyone was doing. I thought it was like, yeah, guys, stuff your trousers.
Yeah.
And
It's Stuff Your
wasn't.
Trousers Day with blood fruit.
And it
That's a
wasn't.
tradition we have on Zombies now.
But I didn't
Stuff
get
your
in
blood fruit
trouble.
day?
And then they actually gifted me one in like a proper bag. So
You're
I
like,
think
I'm a game.
you're
I got it.
plenty. I don't eat this, but I took them.
I didn't take anything.
I have a lot
You
of
know what I
stuff.
did take though? There's like this thing in New Zealand. It's like an emerald green thing, and then you're not allowed to buy it for yourself.
Oh.
It's something that needs to be gifted to you. So on the last day, I feel like at the wrap party, I was given some. So I have like a big box of that jade stone necklace. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta go. But speaking of Jade, you and Liz Gillies.
Great segue.
That was a
Great segue.
Well done.
That was great.
Thank you.
I know, we love Liz. I just texted her because we both know Liz from, I don't even know how you know her, but you brought it to my attention.
Yeah.
Both New Jerseyans.
Oh my God. Yeah, we're from New Jersey. Dan knows Liz. I know Liz.
I know
Love
Liz.
Liz.
Yeah.
No way.
Where in New Jersey did you grow up?
Not far. Like Tenafly.
No way, really?
Yeah, on the hood.
Whoa. Come on, Jersey.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
What did you learn from her? What,
She's a lot different than what I thought she was going to be.
you think she's going to be a little bit more intense?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I don't know what that says, but
She was literally Jade.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've just seen her in interviews, and it's not like she's like cold or anything, but she's just so much warmer in person. And also, we really bonded over we both have such great relationships to the children's network that we grew up on. Like, I love Disney, she loves Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
So it was really refreshing to talk to her about that and just hear like all good memories with that. And she was just the sweetest. And she's clearly such a theater girly too. So we both had very similar headspaces going into that. We did Little Shop of Horrors together for the audience.
And you should still go see it because she's still doing it with my
She
friend
is.
Graham Phillips and her good friend. And she really is genuinely one of the most loving, kind, caring individuals ever. She's like really one of the best. Like,
Agreed.
she is the definition of an incredible, outstanding friend.
I know.
She's
I
amazing.
feel so safe with her all the time. Like, I have really good friends that I need a break from, and I never would need a break from Liz. I love her so much.
She's a beautiful, beautiful.
And I'm
person.
going to go see her and Graham do it within the next week. So
I'm going to go next week.
It's my opportunity to watch Liz Gillies on stage.
Lucky
Because I'd
you.
have to do that from the wings every time. Yeah.
God, go see it, but also go see these guys on tour as well. They're going to be going on a whole tour. These
Shrimpy
two.
will be on tour.
Shrimpy's pulling up.
Coming.
They'll be everywhere. Is Shrimpy really on tour?
Yeah, he's
wait,
on stage.
No way. Actually,
Maybe.
Guys, if you, it's Shrimpy in the flesh.
You
Tickets
guys,
below.
you actually heard it here first. Shrimpy is going
Maybe.
to be on the tour.
hey.
I don't know.
Well, yeah,
Not anymore.
y'all
No, it's
got
fine.
that
The
now. Y'all
tour's
got that.
starting
It's
in,
okay, you
like,
guys.
less than a
Shrimpy's
month.
on tour.
So it's fine if you get a little Easter egg. 'cause
Imagine
it's a-
Disney comes to you guys and like, we can't let them know Shrimpy's on tour.
Get your tickets.
Yes.
Please.
See the movie.
Yes.
Amazing.
Everything's below.
We love it.
We give Zombies 4 5 stars.
Thank
Two thumbs up.
Big booms.
Yeah. Wait.
I can't believe we're here right now doing
No, but
this.
while I have you here, AJ Rizzler, come on our show. We'd love to have you.
They're actually
Please.
here right now. Come on in.
I wish I had that poll, dude.
It's the Rizzler in a Shrimpy.
We don't have that budget. We do not have that budget.
Oh my god.
No, seriously
They
though.
say his real name and he's like,
Zombies 4, watch it. Link below. Thank you guys. Really
Thank you.
appreciate
Thank
you.
you so much for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you guys.